Hello there, Eddie Mercado here with BloodyElbow.com, and I'm about to speak with UFC heavyweight Walt the Big Ticket Harris as he is headed to UFC Fight Night 111 in Singapore on June 17th to take on Cyril Asker. So let's give Walt a call and find out what he's been up to since his last fight, find out his thoughts on traveling to Singapore, and maybe his thoughts on the UFC heavyweight division. Mr. Walt Harris, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, not too much, not too much. Thank you so much for taking out the time. You have a big fight on your hands. You're headed to Singapore for UFC Fight Night 111 on June 17th. How are things? Aha! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, you're traveling to Singapore, man. How are things?
It's good, man. Camp's going good. Everything's on pace. Just ready to get over there, man, and do what I do.
Yeah, you're taking on Cyril Asker. You're 9-5 right now in your career. An American top team product. You won 2 of your last 3 fights, but a lot of people think you've won 3 of your last 3, as your fight with Shamil Abdurrahimov was a split decision. What'd you think on of the performance and the way the fight was scored?
Honestly, I thought I won the fight as well. I thought I could have pushed a little bit harder in the 3rd round. I had just changed my conditioning coach, so I honestly didn't know what I had in the gas tank. But after the fight, man, I was thinking to myself, man, I should have just put the foot down on the pedal a little bit more. I knew he was dangerous. I knew he was a tough guy, so I didn't want to, blow my load early. But I thought I still won the fight. I thought I did enough to win the fight. It didn't go my way. That's why you never leave it to the judges.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you say was the big takeaway? Just realizing that you have better cardio than you thought?
That was definitely the biggest takeaway for me. And, just going in there and believing in myself, having the confidence to go in and display all of my skills and not hold back.
And that's exactly what you did in your next fight. You fought Chase Sherman, and, you looked really loose out there, really comfortable, really letting your hands go. And the 2nd round, you hit him with, this Mortal Kombat combination. It was crazy. It was like cross, hook, tie clinch, a knee, like a pimp smack, and then a left cross that dropped him. What in the world did that combo come from?
It's in my tool shed, man. I got a lot of tools. I just hadn't had a chance to display them. And, I saw the opportunity. I've been working with my coaches on, just using my athleticism to my advantage and trying to be different than most heavyweights. And I got a chance to display it, man, and I ran with it.
Now, in the middle of the combination, you threw a right smack. Did you even know that you did that or mean to do it? Because, it's just a clean old...
It's crazy, man. I watched it back. Everybody was tweeting the video to me. So I was like, let me see what they're talking about. And I saw that and I was like, dang, I did pimp slap him a little bit. I think in my mind I wanted to tie clinch him again and just finish him off with knees, but I hit him and his head went over, so I just threw the left hand and it was right there. It was right there for him. It almost acted like a hook.
Yeah, it was impressive, I gotta say. What'd you think of your overall performance though in that fight?
I thought I did well. I saw some areas where I could have tightened up some things. That's what we've been doing right now. But overall, I was very happy with my performance. Chase is a tough dude, man, and to put him away that way was a feather in my cap, honestly. And it was tough to fight him too, as well, because we know a lot of the same people. We came up in the same circuit, being down here from the South. So, hats off to him for getting in there and taking that fight, and just trying to build on that, man, and keep it moving.
Yeah, afterwards, you screamed at DC, Daniel Cormier. You said something to him. What were you saying to him?
Nah, because I talked to DC after the Shamil fight, and he expects a lot out of me, and I look up to DC. He's somebody who I've watched his career, I watched his career unfold, and he just told me, because I asked him after the Shamil fight, I don't know if you remember, but I knelt down in front of him and I said, what do you think? And he was like, he gave me this look like, nah, I don't know, I don't think you did enough. So I told him after that fight, I was like, I promise, next time I get in there, I won't leave anything to the judges. I won't let anybody have any reason to not give me the win. And that's what I did. And so I went over to him And I told him, I was like, I told you, DC. I told you, you know. And he was like, he thought I was mad at him at first. But I was like, nah, it wasn't no disrespect. I just want, you know, I look up to you and I wanted to prove you that I'm capable of what you see in me. So,
yeah, and man, you showed up. That was a huge win, and the way it happened was just absolutely spectacular. Now, afterwards, recently they had this UFC retreat. Did you get a chance to attend?
Yeah, man, I was in the building. Okay. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
What's your takeaway from the entire thing? Your synopsis of what happened?
Bro, it was one of the best weekends of my life, just for the simple fact of being around all the fighters. I got to meet a childhood idol of mine, Kobe Bryant. That was like the highlight of my weekend. Not to mention that the UFC went above and beyond. It was unbelievable, man. They laid it out for us. The speakers were amazing. I learned so much about how to brand myself outside of the sport and how to take advantage of my platform. And I thought that was the biggest takeaway from me. And I learned a lot of things psychologically, you know, how to be a better fighter, how to be a stronger, how to develop my mental game. You know, it was just a great overall weekend. And I got to hang out with my boys and, you know, just enjoy Vegas, got to see Snoop Dogg. You know, it was just cool, man. It was really cool.
Awesome. What'd you think of meeting Kobe Bryant? I mean, that's pretty big.
Bro, it was unreal. Like, to put it in perspective, when I came home, I had so many people hitting me up like, yo, like, how was it? You know, like, I was honestly nervous standing up there talking to him. Like, when I tell you in college, I wore a leg band on my leg. I wore a wristband on my forearm. Like, I did everything he did. I wore his shoes. Like,
yeah, you were a collegiate basketball player, right?
Exactly, yeah. So, like, growing up, like, Kobe was it for us, you know. So I watched Kobe. I watched him from the day he came into the draft to the time he retired. I saw his last game. Like, I literally idolized him, you know. And for him to be there and take his time out of his schedule to talk to some fighters and teach us and give us pointers, it was amazing, man. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, it sounds pretty awesome. I know I did, but when Kobe had his last game and he went off, did you tear up a little bit when he mobbed it out?
I did, man. I'm not even gonna lie, I did. I remember we were out, and I think we were going somewhere else. But I told everybody, I said, "Look, man, Kobe's playing his last game. We got to stop at a restaurant and watch the game." So I didn't expect him to do what he did, but when he did that, it just made it that much more sweeter for me. You know, I was kind of like, I got a little watery eyed, man. I was like, wow, you know, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was an excellent moment. Definitely one of the best sports moments of my generation, at least. That's for sure. Now, right now, man, you're about to get your passport stamped. You fought over in Sydney, Australia. Now you're going to hit Malaysia, heading to Singapore for UFC Fight Night 111, June 17th. What are your thoughts on traveling to that neck of the woods?
I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to get over there and put on a show for the fans. You know, I know that they love fighting over there. That's like tradition, you know. So I want to go over there and do that country proud, you know, and do America proud as well. You know, go over there and put on a good show, come away with a big victory, and keep this hot streak going that I'm on. You know, I'm looking to chase gold in 2017. If not gold, get in the conversation for 2018. So, you know, I've been training hard, and I'm ready to go over there and show off what I've been working on.
I dig it. Now, of course, there's a major time zone difference. Are you going to be heading out a little early to kind of get acclimated to the difference?
Oh yeah, I'll be over there a week and a half early, just to get acclimated and you know, get my bearings. You know, because that flight is 21 hours. That's mainly the thing that messes you up when you go to other countries. It's that flight. You know, the layover. I mean, the lag or whatever you call it.
Jet lag, yeah.
Jet lag. You know, so. But I'm excited, man. I'm gonna be over there early enough to get acclimated, and you know, go in there on that Friday night and put on a show.
Do you think you'll hang out a little bit later and maybe go see the sights and kind of explore the culture a bit?
I wanted to, man, but the thing is, I messed up the way I booked my ticket. So what I was planning to do was take my wife to Thailand, because I got some buddies over in Thailand. I was gonna go over there for a couple of days afterwards, but I ended up not getting my flight booked the right way, so I'm gonna have to come back like the next day. So I won't get to go and hang out too much after the fight, but I'm going to try to get back over there and train and, you know, get to enjoy the culture and things like that at a later date.
Okay. I believe Jake Hune. I don't know if you know him,
Yeah,
but he's
that's
an
my boy.
ATT
That's what
guy.
I'm talking about.
He's always out there fighting everybody,
Yeah,
everywhere.
he moved over there. He's actually coming to the fight. I got him some tickets for him and his girl. They're going to be at the fight, and I was going to go to Thailand to hang out with him after the fight, but that, like I said, that got messed up. So I'm gonna plan to go back over there and take my wife over, and we're just gonna go vacation, for a little bit.
Hey, it sounds awesome. Yeah, and he's a cool dude, man. Real cool dude.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. I love that kid.
Now, on your plate, you got this guy, Cyril Asker, 1-1 in the UFC, and we've seen him in both sides of a first-round beatdown. Go good and go bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of gauge this guy and kind of get a beat on him?
I gauge them like I gauge all my opponents. They're dangerous. I don't take anybody lightly. I'm prepared for him in every way imaginable. He's a tough guy. He's coming in, I know, off of a big win, just like I did. He fought on the same card, so he's looking to keep his streak rolling too, and I'm looking to put a stop to it. So I'm coming in guns blazing. I feel like I got the advantages in every aspect of the fight. I don't see any way he can win the fight. I just got to be on my game, be smart, and go in there and methodically put him away.
In his last fight, we saw him instantly get a takedown, instantly move to full mount, and start raining down punches. Do you think he'll be able to put you on your back?
I don't believe he will. I don't think he's faced a fighter the caliber of athlete as I am. I don't think he has faced a striker like me. I don't think he gets to train with that type of guy. I think with me being left-handed, it poses a big danger to him too. If you saw his fight with Jared Cannonier, he's left-handed. He struggles with lefties. So, I'm looking to go in and implement my game plan, be strong. I'm not really worried about a takedown. If he takes me down, I get up. I train that. Everybody I fight tries to take me down at some point during the fight. I think Chase was the only guy that I fought that was willing to trade and bang with me. So, at the end of the day, it's nothing that I haven't seen. I'm prepared in every way, so I'll be ready.
Okay, and how's training camp going for this? Of course, ATT.
It's going awesome. It's going awesome, man. I just actually got done training about an hour ago. About to go back at 6:30 and put in some more work. It's going great, man. I'm healthy. I hadn't had any injuries. So I've been blessed, man, to get this camp off to a good start, and I'm looking to finish real strong and get over there and do work, baby.
Who are some of the guys you're training with out there at ATT?
Oh, man, I got Steve Mako, of course, wrestling. I mean, you can't go wrong with Steve. I got Alexei Olenek. Andre Arlovsky's here. We got, you name it, man. I mean, it's a who's who, honestly. Junior was here before his fight. I could go on. I'd be here all day naming people. I got Everett Sims. You got Greg Hardy, who's a big body. He's a football player, but he's a big body. He's on the mats. Bigfoot. It's a who's who of people every day in the gym. So, I'll be prepared for sure.
I dig it. Now, how do you see it playing out? Do you think it's going to go all 15?
Nah. He ain't making it out the first, bro. He's not making it out of the first round. That's a fact. It's going to end violent, and it's going to end with me getting my hand raised.
Can we assume it's going to be a knockout, or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you might, a little tidbit, I might submit him. I'm just going to say, I got some stuff I've been working on. Everybody, they ask me, hey, what would you, what kind of win do you want, or you think people will see from you that submission? I think that will shock the heavyweight division because they don't realize that I have good grappling skills because I haven't had a chance to really showcase them. I showcased them a tiny bit against Shamil. I went back to the gym and tightened up the areas where I missed and allowed him to escape that choke. But I've got submission skills. I don't really get to display them a lot. But if it comes to that point in the fight, definitely you will be seeing that.
I dig it. Now, what would be next for the big ticket? Who would you want to face? Anyone in particular?
Oh, man. Like I said, I've always prided myself on being a company man. So whoever the UFC calls, man, I'm a contract killer. That's how I look at myself. You sign the contract, I'm coming to finish it off. So, I'm not gonna say anybody per se right now, but whoever they put in front of me, I'm willing to fight them, man. I'll fight anybody in the world. It don't matter, top 10, top 15, wherever they want me, I'm going.
I dig it. Now, how many fights do you have left on your current UFC contract?
I actually just renewed my contract, so this is the first fight of 4.
Okay,
so,
awesome. Well, congratulations on the renewal.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking at blowing this contract out of the water, man. I've been training really hard. I've actually been training for this fight for like 4.5, 5 months. So,
oh, wow.
I'm really, really ready. I'm blessed to get a new contract. I'm thankful, so I'm taking it very serious. And we're gonna start off on a good note, June 17th, baby. Go in there and get that win.
I dig it. I dig it. Well, do you have any people or maybe any sponsors or anybody that's really helping you out on your journey that you want to give a special thank you or shout out to?
I do, man. I would like to first and foremost shout out my wife and my kids. My son Asa just came in. That's my son Asa. Say what's up to Eddie. Shout them out for supporting me through this whole training camp. I want to shout out Elite Nutrition, Brock Warren, one of my good buddies. Thank him so much. I want to shout out D1 Birmingham, DJ Taylor. Thank you so much. Steven Madrid, thank you so much. I also want to shout out VitaFlow, Try One Cryo, Sam Triantos. Thank you so much for keeping me healthy through this camp. Dr. Todd, Dr. Lee Mack. Man, I could go on forever, man. I'm grateful to everybody. If you had any hand in this and helping me get ready for this fight and be prepared, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I dig it. I dig it. It takes a village, as they say.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. Now, 2 quick questions. Number 1, the big ticket. Who gave it to you? Where did it come from and why?
All right. So this story, I mean, if Kevin Garnett sees this, I want to say shout out to you because I got the idea from you. But the whole thesis behind it came from my mother. She said she had a dream that she saw me in a main event selling out an arena. She was like, "You're the big ticket." I used to go by the assassin. So I went on a database, and there was like 400 different assassins that fought. So I was like, all right, I got to be original. Big ticket's already been used, but it's been used in another sport, so I'm going to go with that. And we ran with it, and I still envision myself selling out an arena one day, people coming to see me put on a show, fighting for a title in front of thousands. And so that's kind of where that came from my mom.
Okay, awesome. I dig it. Gotta love mama. Absolutely.
Always. Shout out to my mama, too. I love you, mama.
Absolutely. Now, final question. How good of a chef is Charles Rosa? I got to know.
Ooh, man. Bro, I'm going to just put it to you like this. When you come to South Florida, give me a call, and I'm going to we gonna feed you. This dude, let me tell you something. This dude can take anything and make it into a gourmet meal. When I tell you he chefs at the 5-star restaurant in Delray, top notch, all the movie stars, celebrities go there. He's one of the head chefs, and this kid is special in the kitchen, man. He's really, really, really dope. And I'm blessed to have him as a best friend because I don't have to pay anybody to feed me during camp. I just ask him and he'll hook it up.
I dig it, man. I dig it. Great dude, by the way. I've had the pleasure of interviewing him. Solid kid, man. Definitely a solid kid. Now,
great human being.
Well, Walt Harris, man, thank you so much for taking out the time. Huge
fight.
Brother. You're headed to Singapore, UFC Fight Night 111. Cyril Asker, he's on your dinner plate.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck to you, sir.
I'm coming to eat, baby. Get ready, Age. I'm coming, baby.
I dig it, man.
Hey, when I put him away, I want to do another interview with you.
Hey, absolutely. I would love to have you on. The big ticket, Mr. Walt Harris. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
So there you have it. UFC heavyweight Walt the Big Ticket Harris headed to UFC Fight Night 111 in Singapore on June 17th to take on Cyril Asker. Go check it out. In the meantime, you can read me over at bloodyelbow.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @Mercado. If you like this interview, you can subscribe to my channel right here. Subscribe to Bloody Elbow's YouTube channel right there. Check out these interviews. Now go be a good person.